Day 75 of the rest of my life. 75 days ago, I quit my corporate job to pursue my passion of starting our successful clothing brand Mule, and to show you that when you align your passions with your purpose, everything and anything is possible. Today on day 75, it is Mule Monday. And on Mule Monday, we have a new style of storytelling, and we're gonna be telling the stories of successful entrepreneurs who have already reached their quote-unquote success, and telling you guys how they went about their journey, where they started, some pitfalls, some successes, and some losses, and relate it back to our situations. So today, I was having a little bit of trouble finding out which entrepreneur I was gonna research and tell the story about for this Mule Monday, but I ended up falling on an entrepreneur who was in the clothing brand industry and who was in fashion and started similar to us. I want you guys to guess who I'm talking about. I'm not gonna say the name until the end of the story, but I want you guys to guess who this person is. Drop it in the comments. The first one will receive a free gift. As I was doing my research, I found out a lot about this person, and this person, like ourselves, started off in the clothing brand industry, started off in fashion, and also living at home with their parents. So this person was out, and they were on the scene of music and on the hip hop scene, and they were around the New York area, and they saw this beanie, and they ran home and immediately asked their mother how to sew it and how to add the specific element to the beanie to then sell them. Their mom sat down with them and helped them sew the specific element on the beanie, and then they took that beanie and immediately started going out and went to a basketball event and sold all of the beanies and had $800, and they knew at that very moment that they were ready to take that step into their entrepreneurship journey. And growing up, this person, they had some pitfalls, they had some losses, and they were around an environment that was not great for them. They were in an environment in an inner city where drugs were becoming more prevalent, and it was during the crack era. And this is when crack was introduced to some of the inner cities, and many people were getting addicted on the drug and also selling the drug. So this person was struggling between going for their goal and being around people who were involved in drugs and going the other direction. Throughout their childhood, they got into some trouble here and there. They were battling, trying to figure out what they were gonna do. They weren't the best in school. They didn't have it all figured out. But when they found that one beanie, they knew that that was gonna be their ticket to success. And they knew that they needed to pursue that passion immediately. Right after they sold those $800 worth of new beanies, reinvested their profits, and they began starting this brand. And the brand had an extremely powerful why. And the why behind the brand powered it to become a global phenom and a globally recognized brand just by creating a strong background and a strong foundation. This entrepreneur, they continued to reinvest, and they went to a trade show in Vegas. And at this trade show, they brought some of their products with them. They had already been selling for years and years and years, and they brought their product with them. They brought their why, they brought their message, and they sold over $400,000 in sales, right? But back in the day, before there was a pre-order method, they did a thing where they wrote down what the people wanted. They had some samples and some ideas of what they were selling, but they went to this trade show to take orders. So stores could have them, so people could personally wear them, and they can order bulk from the company. Without money to create the product, they just sold $400,000 worth of product, and they didn't have the money to invest into it. They had to get the money from somewhere, so you know what they did? They bet on themselves, and their mother helped them. They put their home on the line. On the line. Like, imagine you go home right now and you tell your mom, like, yo, this clothing brand is gonna be it. We gotta put the house on the line. This house that we live in, if this clothing brand don't work out, they gonna come and take that house. They did that. They put their selves, their livelihood, their shelter on the line. When this person even advises against what they did during that time, but they believed in themselves so much, and their mom and their parent believed in them so much that they were willing to put their credit, their house, their livelihood on the line because they knew that that investment would pay off. And that investment would help them get to the level of entrepreneur that they are now. So after they leveraged their house, they then invested all that money right back into their business. And they kept reinvesting and kept growing and eventually partnered with some people to spread their message out. They reached global levels. They reached levels that is unimaginable now, just starting off in my entrepreneur journey. But I know for a fact that I will be there. And I know for a fact that that is what I am striving for every single day, to reach that level of entrepreneur where I can take the investments that I've made into the clothing brand and spread them out into other areas of Mule, to spread them out into other aspects, to spread them out to benefit you. I know we will get to that level. You just have to continue to work hard every single day and push towards your goals, and make sure that you're writing these things down and knowing your direction, knowing your plan, knowing your map to where you're trying to take your brand, your business, your entrepreneurship journey, so you can take those steps every single day. So after this person inevitably built this billion-dollar clothing brand, this billion-dollar fashion mogul, he then began to get into other aspects of business and is now on a famous show. If you guys are familiar with the show Shark Tank, if you haven't already guessed, it's Daymond John, one of the more famous black entrepreneurs in the world, and was also recognized on some of the global entrepreneurship boards and recognized by President Barack Obama. If you guys are unfamiliar with Daymond John, go check out a book called The Power of Broke. And in this book, it'll tell you all about his journey, how he used no money that he had, no investments, no funding. He used what he had, which was nothing, to fund and fuel his mission. And that goes back to going and asking for the sewing machine and using his own skills and using his resources around him and using his mom to come and help him on this journey. A lesson that I want you guys to take from this story is to use what you have now to create what you want in the future. There has been successful entrepreneurs such as Daymond John who has proven that when you use nothing and you use that hunger and that drive and that fuel of having nothing and living with your mom, living at home, having to work a corporate job, having to work a 9-to-5, use that fuel and put it into your entrepreneurship journey and put it into that grind, put it into your work, put it into your everyday life. Write it down. I want to show you guys what I have above my bed right now. Our outlook for Mule, and every single Sunday we're going to continue to add things and continue to write things down about where we see Mule and what we want our community to be. And then over here I have my goals right beside my bed, and that is my morning routine. So every single morning I want to get up, I want to read what's on these boards to remind myself of my goals, to remind myself where I'm going. As time progresses, as we get more fancy, as we get the laptop, as we get the editing software, we're going to start adding in clips of these entrepreneurs talking about their journey. And also we're going to do a voiceover type of video where we're just having pictures of their journey and having their wins and losses and have little clips of them talking about their journey throughout the video. So that's where MUEL Monday is going, and I'm super excited to work towards that every day. When I have time, I'm even going to add pictures and overlays to these videos, but we will get there. And that is what the journey is about. It's about taking that first step, putting what you want to accomplish out there in the universe, and then starting to chip away and take those small steps towards your goal. Thank you guys so much for watching. Make sure you guys continue to work towards what you want to do in your life. I appreciate you. If there's an entrepreneur in your family who knows the story of Daymond John, who watches Shark Tank, send this to them and see how long they can watch it before they guess who it is. If they guess it right away, just tell them to subscribe so we can continue to see how long we can push out the stories before we guess who the entrepreneur is and guess where they started. But thank you guys so much. Make sure you like, comment, subscribe. Appreciate you. Let's win from within today.